Hari Om, Jai Gurudev. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayam
टीचर नहीं बनेंगे या और सेवा नहीं करेंगे, और जो बाधाएं डिफिकल्टीज आती हैं, दैट इज आल्सो कर्मा.
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. Jai Gurudev. Yeah, we can share our understanding. So what the Purva Mimamsaka says about Nitya Karma is that they are the pain and the effort in doing them takes away all the anarabdha papas. And therefore you have a clean account. And when you avoid doing Nishiddha Karma, then it is like you are not accruing any more papa, and therefore your account is balanced. And therefore, just by doing Nitya Karmas, Naimitika Karmas, and just by living like this, you will get moksha. Because there is no papa punya for you to take another birth, you will get exhausted. Your things get neutralized, and you will, that is moksha. That is what he says. But then Shankara talks about, he counter argues saying, what about the Sanchita Karma, which is not expressed? What Papa and Punya you're talking about is only the Prarabdha Karma in this life. But the first question he asks is, how did you get this Prarabdha Karma? It is because of a previous birth. And how did you get that previous birth? So it goes on and on to infinite births. So there is, in effect, infinite karma. And one human life is not enough to exhaust all this infinite karma. So there is that element of Sanchita karma that still remains. So Shankara argues that the only way that you can exhaust this is by knowing the truth that you are akarta, you are not a doer. Because as long as we have this kartritva bhavana, there is papa and punya. And therefore he concludes that it is only through knowledge that I am not the doer. That knowledge alone is liberating, and it is not karma. So he squashes the argument that the Purva Mimamsaka gives.
So the knowledge is actually experiential knowledge, not conceptual knowledge.
Yeah,
right?
It is not paroksha, it is aparoksha. You have to experience it.
Here, Purva Mimamsaka.
Every day you should feel that you are Atma, means every moment. Then only that knowledge is fructified, no? Otherwise, we have to be in that.
Yeah, that vritti jnana should be there. That is
every
how
moment. Every moment.
That Brahmarakita Nyaya, is it? It's called Brahmarakita Nyaya, where that wasp goes on, that worm inside the cocoon keeps looking at the wasp all the time. The wasp goes on circumambulating there, keeps on flying around there. And that is what it listens, that is what it sees. And finally it becomes that. So that is what the other meaning of brahmacharya is you're reveling in that infinite. You're reveling in that infinitude of Brahman. So while living in this world, we have to yoke ourselves to the higher. Yoke ourselves that this is all unreal, but then you don't give up all of it saying, oh, it's unreal, and not do your job. So that is the skill. That's the whole skill, I think. No?
Jai Gurudev, here, Purva Mimamsaka, have they talked? I mean, in between, I couldn't attend to this reading. Have they talked about heaven and hell, or they have been talking about the life which is going on?
No, they accept the Shruti. They accept that there is Swarga and Naraka.
They accept. One more question. When we take birth to redeem our Papa and Punya, so why this concept of heaven and hell has also come? Because we come over here to redeem our Papa and Punya, right? Then what is the need of heaven and hell also? There we go to again live. If we have done a lot of Papa, then we go to Naraka. But anyway, we are taking birth, right? So why this concept of again Naraka and Swarga has come?
It all depends, according to my understanding, it all depends on out of the Sanchita. So you have in the Sanchita, you have both, in the account, you have both Papa and Punya. So what if mainly the Punya is taken, and that becomes your Prarabdha, that is that account, that Prarabdha is taken up there, it's only majorly Punya, then you will go to Swarga. But if the Prarabdha that is taken off is only Papa, then you will take a lower birth. But a human birth is a mixture of Punya and Papa. And therefore you get a human birth. So it all depends. And we don't know what are the factors that determine from the Sanchita how the Punya alone is taken, how Papa alone is taken, how human birth is taken. We don't know. At least I don't know. What are the factors that determine that? What Prarabdha is taken? That is a wonder, I guess. We just have to.
No, my question was, if we come to enjoy the fruits of our actions in human body or the animal body or the insect body, whatever, to redeem that fruits or whatever we have done, undo, then why this concept of, I mean, still it is a concept for me. I'm not sure whether there is a hell or heaven. Then what was the need of that? Thinking that one more
Mirnal, I
No,
don't know all
is,
of it, but
excuse me.
one thing I feel after the death, that's where the Swarga and hell comes, right? We don't have it during the human.
I feel so. That Swarga and Naraka is the kind of state of mind. We can see around us also. Very wealthy people, everything is there, whatever you can say in the worldly ways. But their minds are so disturbed due to this, due to that, due to that. That means, in spite of having everything, they are going through that Naraka Yatana kind of thing. Physical health is not good. The way they treat their servants and all, like we know some people around like us also. So actually, what is going on in their mind? Oh, the jealousy and the competition, and he is not good. That hatred thing, and that manifests in many ways in their bodies also. So collectively, you can say कि वो नरक यातना भोग रहा है. So in spite of having everything also, so the kind of swarg and nark, the enjoyment and the pains of the narak is also in this world only, depends on our state of mind. That also counts a big thing, I think. It's not that, and then accordingly, whatever the punyas and papas, everything, all our karma bank with pluses and minuses, depending on that whole thing, we can even relate to our own the kind of body we have got, the kind of family background we have got. Many things we can relate that these were the packages of what my previous this thing. That is why uske anukul, according to that, we were given the situations. Just look at yourself from very birth up till this time now. Of course, present karma also adds to it. Every time what direction we take our body, mind, and the decisions, thoughts. But definitely, many things are affected by our previous account of bank of positive and negative. And otherwise also, see, सब कुछ उसका अच्छा हो गया and suddenly they feel losses from every side, that they are balancing their accounts from previous lives. And we think they are so good, and then why so much losses in everything, why so much paying for them? They are settling their accounts from the previous janmas. That is what my understanding is. So
Exactly,
Swarga
Madhuriji.
also,
This is what I'm saying. When we are enjoying the fruits of our action now in the human body or animal body, why the concept of heaven and hell has come? When we are enjoying that, then why there is a concept of this heaven and
because
hell?
that
No,
kind of
excuse
state
me.
of mind only we will carry after dropping the body also, na? And that is why means there is no any such space or the place in the orbit or in the universe where there is a swarga and there is a narka. But the kind of state of mind we have, especially towards the end of like last few means, few years or few months, you can say, that we carry. No, anyway, the mind we are going to carry even if the body is dropped. So that kind of we will attract for the next lifetime. No, so there in the suspension also, the state of mind is only we are going to carry forward. So that can be of the state of mind of swarga sukh or narakyatna. Painful
No,
hai, all experiences are painful, so we will carry, oh, the world is not good, I have to settle this account with that person and this person and ye wo. So same painful this thing will push you to take birth in that kind of environment, those kind of people, and you will be settling all your previous accounts also with the painful experiences. Some children, they born and they are continuously crying, they are so much in pain. We think naya bachcha janam liya and how come so much pains the child has to go through. That is also the part of this swarga naraka and karma, no?
So
That
Swarga
is there.
Narka, is it like a waiting room on the railway station? Just wait for another.
no, what
That also
my
and the
idea
state of
is,
mind also.
no, excuse me. What I feel is what we are going through here, if it is pain, we call it as hell. And what if it is sukha, we may call it as swarga. So every day, what we are going through is only hell and heaven.
Yeah.
There's no
Favorable
other state.
situations is heaven.
And
Unfavorable situations is hell.
is hell. Not that it is somewhere there.
Yeah.
So we may get this another janma. In hell means we are always wanting something, this, that, pain, and all that.
But
Heaven
then,
means
correct.
heaven means we are due to this karma. That is what the Krishna says. No, you will not be going back if you follow the dharma. You are you will be put in such a situation that you can whatever punya karma means, whatever you have done here now, will be you will be put in such a way that you can
Carry forward.
Carry forward it.
That is
So
fine.
we are looking at the same thing, no? We have got such a situation that someone will come and tell you, oh, we have to go there and we'll satsanga in there and all that. So we get such situation. We are forced to go through it. There is no choice. That is what Guruji says. You have come here means you have come, you have no other choice, you have come here. That was what it is.
While that is so, Swamiji has mentioned that there is, you take a Deva Sharira. So that brings in a question as to, is a Deva Loka different from the Manusha Loka? Why Deva Sharira? Why human birth? Why Manava Sharira? So what is this distinction between Deva Sharira that experiences only Punya versus a Manava Sharira which is a mishram of both Punya and Papa? And it is said that animal birth is when you have only Papa, because there, when your prarabdha is only Papa, then you take a animal birth or like an insect. So the question there remains as to why this Deva Sharira and what is it? No? What we're talking of, correct. Swarga Naraka is
that's why I had that question about that, there is another loka that, they talk about.
No. There is no other loka.
But there isn't anything that we know of. But then again, we don't know what is there out there.
Deva loka means you are all completely in such a position that you are enjoying the good. Means whatever you do is good.
So one thing is that, look, this is Shastra. Okay, Shastra says there is Swarga and Naraka, means that is the belief that we should have, because everything is in the, whatever is in the Shruti or Smriti, we have to believe in it. So there is Swarga, Naraka is what Shastra says. So there is. Okay, we can, in a layman's term, we can say Swarga, Naraka is experienced here, but there is the account which you carry. And like Brahmaraji said, if you're too much of Punya, yes, you might go into Devaloka, Brahmaloka, other lokas are there. We know 14 lokas are there. So those are maybe at this point concept for us. Same like maybe a lot of other things are concept, right? Even moksha is a concept. But initially we all start with that belief, yes, there is. Now, beyond a point, yes, we will, once we experience the moksha, we might not need to go to any of the lokas. Otherwise, yes, some loka will go depending on what we have done so far, what we have done in the past births. All that will dictate, right? Even Indra, Vayu, all these are all so-called humans who have done something good and gone there to that loka to enjoy the fruits of their action. So this is at this point maybe a concept, but it is all given so that we follow some life of some good deeds, virtues, doing good. All that is the basis for all this. That's how
but
I
again,
see it.
Again, it is a short term, It is not that you will, after finishing the Punya and Papa, again you have to again.
Yeah. That's why even gods, they say that even the Devtas want to get human birth, get liberated, right?
Yes.
Because in human life only that possibility is there.
Possibility is there
to
get liberated.
Yes. So it
so
depends.
We have
in the Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned, no? These people who do a lot of punya, I can't remember the actual shloka, but it says they'll go to punya, prapya punya lokan, and then after they exhaust their punya, they have to come back. And then based on what of the sanchita they're taking as, what part of the sanchita they're taking up as prarabdha, that is something we don't know. No? What determines how, what of the sanchita comes off as prarabdha each time. Supposing your sanchita is a combination of A plus B plus C plus D, everything is there. What is that combination? Why you take only A to get this birth? Why you take only B or C? So that's a wonder maybe.
Yeah,
but
that program control is only with Bhagavan.
Krishna says, no?
Maybe not. We don't know.
Gahano karmana gati.
Yeah. We don't
know that
that
Punya also
is the one deciding it, or not?
No, so
Even this body,
We submit all this karma palas to the, Lord Bhagavan, then you don't have that punya or papa. That's how it was mentioned in one, when we read this, some of the Gita slokas, they
see,
have mentioned that also.
no,
in
Gita.
this birth, okay, but we have no idea what we have done in our previous
Yeah,
birth. What
I mean,
punya
of
papa.
course, that sanchita karma is, I mean, if you attain moksha, of course, that is also is taken off. So you're not the doer, so you're completely taken off. So is focusing on moksha is such an important thing, that's how it signifies that focusing on
The
moksha.
beauty
Yeah.
is even
True,
Bhagavad
true.
Gita is interpreted differently, right, by each. Meaning you listen to Bhagavad Gita by Hare Krishna, the ISKCON, it's very different, right? For them, yes, the same shlokas. For us, it means moksha means getting out of this circle of births and cycle of births and deaths. But for them, it's reaching Vaikuntha. That's how
It's a
they will
different
explain
school
the
of
same
thought, right?
shlokas, the same.
Yeah, the Vaishnavite, or they have duality, so that's how they perceive
Yeah.
it.
So essentially, moksha is interpretation of different people can be different, but ultimately it's all probably different paths to the same destination. Okay, we call the destination as moksha, which is out of samsara and out of the cycle of births and deaths. For them, it is being with the Lord. I think maybe there is not too much of importance or significance to that point, really. Okay, maybe for them that is the ultimate that they are looking for. For us, ultimate is to come out of it. The beauty is Vedanta gives us something which is more, maybe appeals to the logical mind, right? When we look at it,
Not
there's no
only that,
something, someone up there. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying Vedanta or Advaita Vedanta is more, I would say, scientific. It is not like saying someone up there and all becomes a little bit difficult to imagine, right? For a scientific, logical thinking person. But for Advaitas like us, it is, oh yeah, we know that ultimately there is someone up there into which we can either, that truth, that realization is what is ultimate. We are not saying someone up there, some other person and all, we are not saying. You are that.
That is
But
why
yeah, science cannot reach there. Sorry?
No, go ahead.
No, there is one point up to which science can come. Beyond that, yeah, science also cannot probably understand that aspect of you are that. What is that? They also don't know.
Not only that, the point where Swamiji talks about how when you are a child, you're so innocent. All babies are innocent. They're without any, they're like their antakarna is shuddha. It is only as we keep growing up, our ragas and dveshas start manifesting. And our likes, dislikes, they determine how we lead our life. And that is where the aspect of Nitya Karma comes in. That is where the Shruti enjoys Nitya Karma. Because the moment you start doing your Nitya Karma, you are like taking care of your Raga Dveshas, no matter what you're going to do. So you'll not say, oh, I don't feel like doing it. No, that is why at the age of 7 or 8, they are initiated into the Sandhya Vandana, into the mantra japa. So this mantra japa is required for cleansing the mind. Like we have a daily bath for the body, which is also a Nitya Karma. Snanam is one of the Nitya Karmas enjoined by the Shruti. So mantra japa, the Sandhya Vandana, then Agni Hotra, all this becomes the mantra, the showering of the mind, so that the mind remains clean of raga dveshas. See, in order for you to follow a discipline, you have to give up some raga. You cannot say, I will do according to what I feel like doing. It is a commitment. It is not feeling. So that is the importance of doing Nitya Naimittika karmas. For all of us who have to get to that Antakarana Shuddhi. So every Nitya Karma has its Adrishta Phala. And that is so beautifully explained by Swamiji in that when that the Adrishta Phala is like, instead of hitting your neck, it will hit your crown. And how Krishna drops it down. And he says he drops it only such that the crown went up. Because that is how much Arjuna had, Adrishta Phala. It didn't go beyond the crown. It didn't go, the crown had to fall because that was the limitation of his Adrishta Phala. So, the way forward is to continue doing our Nitya Naimittika karmas with the implicit faith that it is for Antakarana Shuddhi. It is not for something. It is only for getting out of our raga dveshas.
The best is only understand the Atma. You are that at every moment.
Yeah.
Then you feel the whomsoever you are coming, they are also yours. Don't separate them. That takes a lot of this one. I think.
Correct. But Suresh ji, that having that is fine. But how are you going to exhaust your store of vasanas by just thinking like that? It's only a concept, no? So
It's not a concept. It's not a concept. It will not come. It will not come to you until you cleanse your body.
Correct. So
it will not come easily.
Have to be done. You cannot negate them. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
But you are saying the only way is to just think of everything as Atma, I am Atma. Just by doing that is not sufficient.
Not thinking, live.
That is ultimate. No, that is
ultimate. That is what I'm talking. That is only we have to focus on. That is meditation, and think that everything is happening, not you are doing. When you come, then all the karmas come. It's very, very, very delicate. Actually, you have to live that way. Okay, you may occur here, there, again you come back, again you come back, again you go there. That's how you reach it. By doing daily sadhana, that is cleaning your mind. Antakarana Shuddhi, that only happens. Then you feel it. You be in the meditative position that you are that, finish. And extend that meditation 20 minutes to the whole day. Live like that.
That's true. Live with your witness consciousness. Yeah.
Then you will not do any papa, not punya. It will not touch you. I think that is my understanding, the way. This I have understood long time, but to be in that state is very, very tough. You are pulled by the samsara, So for that sannyasa is needed, but that sannyasa can be, you will get that once you reach that, I think you will be provided with all the situations like that once you start doing it. And that slowly we are experiencing it. We have got this group, we'll get the other one. So we are just, at least for 2-3 hours, we are away from the samsara. And whatever we do it in a very all 100% without, like that. Slowly, increase that gap, increase that. That's only the moksha. It's not that after death only you will get moksha. That's what say, no? You are free right now. And that has to come to you.
Hari Om. I like Swamiji's description about the importance of our Nitya Karmas and Nainitya Karmas. And the way he has described the importance of prayer also, I'd love. But my only objection, I mean, in the sense that the word pain he has used about our Nitya Karma. I believe that we are fortunate that we are able to do or able to perform those Nitya Karmas, being Brahmin or non-Brahmin, like Agnihotra or Sandhya Vandanam or Mantra Jap or Sudarshan Kriya for that matter. So I believe it should not be considered as something like painful. It is our privilege, and we are fortunate that we have got this knowledge that we have to do this and we perform this. That's
Bela, Bela Swamiji, Shankara has not said that. It is a Purva Pakshi who says that the pain of doing Nitya Karma is removing the Papa. You're experiencing the pain, and that is what is removed. That is the Purva Pakshi's point of view. It is not Shankara's point of view. Swamiji has only mentioned, he's mentioned what the Purva Pakshi has said, or the Purva Mimamsaka has said, and he's given also Shankara's argument with that. Shankara has never said that doing Nitya Karma, the pain you go through is this. He has not mentioned that. He's only said it is enjoined by Shruti. And Shruti has said it, and even the Nitya Karma, it is not that it does not have a phala. That is what the Purva Mimamsa said. They say the Nitya Karma does not lead to any punya. It only removes the papa because you go through that pain in doing it. That is only their concept. It is not what Swamiji is saying or what Shankara is saying.
Jai Guru.
Yeah.
Jai Guru. Even Guruji says, no, while meditating, we get pain here or there. And again, he says, through meditation, you get rid of all the karmas. That is what I got from all this, connecting with Guruji's saying. Jai Gurudev.
Brahmaraji, could you please read that para again? Atma is not that very beautiful lines are there. Na pashyati na.
What is that? And they said, no, they in the Sankalpa we take Duritakshaya Dwara Idam Karishye. So it is to give up it is to exhaust all the papas that we have done. So there's no pain as such in there, but I don't know. There is this one.
And it's so important to inculcate these all things. I mean, this knowledge in kids, no?
Children, very important. That prayer is so important.
Yes.
Where is that?
Brahmaraji, you can leave. We can continue our Manana. Please.
It's on the 416, that page, where Sankara now takes up. He actually says that is the pain is as a result of faults incurred in the previous birth. 4:16. Secondly, the Nitya Karma, it's one type of effort. And then that's the Sankara says, now takes up the
No, I think
argument.
Bela wanted that he sees but he doesn't see, he hears but he doesn't hear. That is what she wanted, right?
Yeah, Brahmaraji, I will read it on my own. Please, we can go ahead with our Manana session.
Yeah. I think we'll call it a day. In case anyone wants to share anything, please go ahead. Otherwise, we'll wind up for now. I'm not able to pick up where it was, Bela. Sorry about that.
No problem, my dear. I will.
Yeah, but but Shankara's acumen and his intellectual, proficiency in countering the Purva Mimamsa's arguments is so beautiful. Because see, Nitya Karma, the Purva Mimamsa says, the pain that you go through while doing Nitya Karma removes your papa. But Shankara says, what about the other kinds of pain? There is papa, different kinds of papa accrue due to different actions. Like telling a lie gives you a little, say, 1 measure of papa. Killing a person will give you, say, 100 times that papa. So how can you say Nitya Karma, doing Nitya Karma takes away all the papa? It takes away maybe one type of papa, right? So that is how he denounces. And it's so beautiful the way he goes around. You have written in chat. What is it, Dr. Renu? To be in samsara and maintain the state of peace is real challenge, which extend beyond our session and manana. Right. That is where all the 5 sutras we've learned in the Art of Living Happiness program come to our rescue. No? Yeah. So should we stop here? I think we stopped at 4:22. I just want to read this one more time before we stop. Okay. So, what is this? He's talking about how a baby grows, huh? But not at the cost. He must grow, but not at the cost of innocence, not at the cost of purity. Initially, there was no scheming, no manipulating, and no complexes. The child was pure, simple, and innocent. But then it faces difficult situations, circumstances, and picks up fears, anxieties, and all sorts of problems. And mostly parents are also, responsible for this. That is why the KYC is so important. What can we do about it? As parents, we should build in them a value for prayer and prayerful attitudes. Then, when the time comes, they can understand what is prayer. And when they pray, they can neutralize all these problems that the mind picks up. That is why in the 8th or 9th year, the child is initiated into mantra japa. As the child grows, the prayer is understood better. And thereby all the raga, dveshas, fears, etc. are neutralized. Just as the body has to be showered daily, the mind also has to be cleaned every day. Daily showering is a thing to be done, and similarly, daily prayer is a thing to be done. Therefore, the Shastra does not mention the result of daily enjoined karmas. That does not mean there is no result. It does produce punya, but it is also meant for neutralizing the duritas. That is why we make the following statement before beginning any ritual or prayer. We say, Mama upata samasta durita kshayartham aham idam karishye. I am doing this action for the sake of exhaustion of the results of all my wrong actions.
Actually, who said this? Shankara?
Yeah, Shankara says. Yeah.
Because I was not here with that.
This is Shankara's counter argument.
And I think this is the correct way of living. I was there with my grandchild, no? I already insisted, he is 3 years only, he tells all the mantras in US.
Very nice.
I have told them, you just initiate this, they will come automatically.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll wind up today. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Gurudev.